In today's video, we'll be talking about a brand new free-to-play game that is coming to the PlayStation 4. We've got more details about the Cyberpunk 2077 E3 2018 demo and how far along the game is to completion. Sony is looking at how they can make total cross-platform play a reality. A brand new PlayStation VR tactical shooter has gotten a release date, and the PlayStation Greatest Hits lineup of games' prices have gone into effect. More on that at the end of the video. First, let's talk about a brand new free-to-play game coming to the PlayStation 4, and that is Warface. The official Warface website put out a post saying this: "Dear players, we have some very special news for you. As you know, Warface is a truly global game that unites the fans around the world. Players from over 175 countries have joined the confrontation between Warface and Blackwood. Millions play this game and the number keeps on increasing. The time has come to take it to a new level. Soon you will be able to enjoy Warface on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Have you ever dreamt of seizing the crown in Battle Royale, lying on your sofa with a gamepad in your hands? Or clearing Anubis whilst enjoying the ancient tombs on a huge TV screen in the comfort of your living room? Those dreams and more will turn to reality very soon." Warface is a free-to-play first-person shooter that does run on the CryEngine. It's been received rather well up until this point, and the PlayStation 4's free-to-play library just continues on expanding, and this is yet another one with a lot of potential. And by the way, it is developed by Crytek, the same guys that did the Crysis games, so you know that they have some talent when making games. We don't have an official release date at this point for Warface, but they did say the game would be coming very soon, so you have that to be excited for now.
Guys like Blackwood are having a ball. Inhuman experiments, industrial sabotage, arms trade, drug trafficking. But any action causes a reaction. And Blackwood's reaction is us. I gotta do what I gotta do. That's for my face, not for my face. I gotta do what I gotta do. Now we doing it our way. Light 'em up, light 'em up. Light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up. I gotta do what I gotta do. That's for my face, not for my face. I gotta do what I gotta do. I pray to God, he never changed. I'ma do me, I'ma do me. I never change. That's in my blood. I'll never change. That's in my blood. I'll never change.
Moving on from that, we've been talking a lot about the Cyberpunk 2077 E3 2018 demo, a behind closed doors demo that is said to have blown press absolutely away. And as reported by Polish website Bankier, CD Projekt Red's Adam Kaczynski spoke about Cyberpunk 2077 and said how the game is trending. He said this about the demo, quote, "This is the most polished part of the game we have now prepared in some sense to show it to people outside the company." It was also confirmed that around 350 people are currently working on the game, but the number is also constantly growing, and the game is said to be in a pre-alpha stage and it's far from done. This is a game we might not be seeing for a few years, so it keeps on coming back that this game is still very early on. Even though Cyberpunk 2077 was announced back in 2012, this is a very ambitious project, and with projects like this, they take a long time to finish it, especially with a studio like CD Projekt Red who are always striving for perfection. They're gonna take as long as they need to get this game up to a high enough standard where they deem it being fit to be released. Now, I'm sure this game is gonna release on the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, but it is looking more and more likely every time a new piece of info comes out about the game that this is going to be on next generation platforms as well, but that is just speculation on my part.
It's a city of dreams, and I'm a big dreamer.
Moving on from that, there has been a lot of controversy with Sony recently, especially in regards to cross-platform play. Namely, with Fortnite, Nintendo Switch players can play with Xbox One players. Your Xbox account will carry on over to your Nintendo Switch, but that is not the case for the PlayStation 4. If you're playing Fortnite on the PS4, you are locked to the PS4 ecosystem, and there's been a lot of controversy with that. And it seems like Sony Interactive Entertainment CEO Sean Layden has heard that loud and clear. Here's what he said, quote, "We're looking at a lot of the possibilities. You can imagine that the circumstances around that affect a lot more than just one game. I'm confident we'll get to a solution which will be understood and accepted by our gaming community while at the same time supporting our business." This seems like a very PR-friendly answer, but it's at least good that they are looking into this. If they said no, it's not happening, then that would have been a little bit of a bummer. Now, it should be noted that PS4 players can play with PC gamers, but it's still blocking access to other consoles. That's really the main issue, and you're just stifling the user base and the experience of Fortnite altogether with this, so it's not helping anyone. And I see a lot of people defending it. Well, Sony's super ahead. Sony doesn't have to work with Microsoft because Microsoft is so behind. That's not the issue. This is negatively impacting your gaming experience. Think about that. Don't think about Sony as a business, because at the end of the day, they are just a business. You can understand why they're doing that, but at the very least, you should always be asking for what's in the consumer's best interest. And the past has shown us when a company is this far ahead, usually they do get a little bit cocky. Usually they do get a little bit anti-consumer, and then second place comes up from underneath them and takes back first place. It happened with the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3, and now honestly you can see hints of that with the PS4 and Xbox One. This is one thing, along with backwards compatibility, that Microsoft has really gone right. And if Sony continues with this stance into next generation and doesn't offer something like backwards compatibility, well then I can easily see Microsoft taking the reins again. So don't think like that. Don't think just because Sony is so far ahead that Microsoft has no chance, because yes, while it's so far apart this generation, they're always building into the next one, so keep that in mind. So enough about that, moving on. PlayStation VR has been a pretty quality platform that has been getting games relatively consistently, and now we've got a brand new shooter that is said to be like Rainbow Six in VR, and that is Firewall 0 Hour. The game itself is being set for a release on August 29th, and it's a first-person shooter built for PlayStation VR, and it's a 4v4 team-based tactical shooter. You use teamwork and tactics to achieve objectives, so that sounds very reminiscent of Rainbow Six. It'll be interesting to see how this experience translates into PSVR. I'm sure it'll be a little rough around the edges as games like this are still in its infancy, but I'm excited for it nonetheless. Again, it'll be releasing on August 29th.
Is compromised. Protect it at all costs. Hey, they're breaching. They're breaching. Moving in. Moving in. I got gunfire.
You know the drill. Breach the firewall via access point to reveal the laptop coordinates and get me in the back door for the hack.
I found the access point over here. Behind you.
Data transfer online. Detecting hostiles.
Under 6, skip. Alright, let's get in position for breach. Get C4 out.
Move in. Move in. Move in. They're breaching the front door. Enemy down. Moving on them. Watch out! Smoke!
Left side.
Contract fulfilled. Initiating payments by...
And finally, I do want to mention that the PlayStation Greatest Hits lineup of games have their price officially in effect. You can find these prices on the PlayStation Store. You can also find these games at these prices at your local retailer. Some of the better deals include Uncharted 4: A Thief's End for $19.99. Yakuza 0 for $19.99 is very good. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Definitive Experience, that's all of the content for $19.99, isn't bad. And the rest of the deals are just okay. Remember, what's great about this is now these games' base price is $19.99, so during a sale, hopefully the games will get even cheaper. A game like Doom is now $19.99 as a part of the PlayStation Hits lineup, while during a PlayStation Store sale, I could see this game being 50% off for $9.99, and that would be a new low for that game, so that's exciting. But games such as Yakuza 0 and Uncharted 4: A Thief's End, $19.99 for those are already a pretty good deal, and if you could get them on sale for $9.99, well, that would be pretty insane. So that is going to conclude this video. Let us know your thoughts. What do you think about Warface coming to the PlayStation 4? Yet another free-to-play game. Cyberpunk 2077 looks to be in pre-alpha. This game is a long ways out. Sony is looking at possibilities for total cross-platform play. Right now, I wouldn't hold your breath, but it does look like Sean Layden and the team are looking at what they could do. The PlayStation VR tactical shooter and Firewall 0 Hour is coming on August 29th, and the PlayStation Hits lineup of games prices are officially live. Check those out. There are some good deals to be had. Sound off with your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.